Hi students, let us see this question. So here you can observe that an alkene in the presence of lithium aluminium hydride and one equivalent of hydrogen by Pt or in the presence of hydrogen by Ni. XYZ products has been asked. Now let us see the answer for this question. So here, let us see the case of X reaction. When we use only one equivalent of hydrogen in the presence of platinum, we can observe here that hydrogen in the presence of platinum. Only any one of this, here double bond O will be there in the question. Actually here in the question there is double bonded O. So in this you can observe that in the presence of X, when we use only one equivalent of hydrogen, you can observe a thing here that this can reduce only this double bond, not C double bonded O. As it cannot reduce C double bonded O, what will be the X product to be produced? This should be the X produced, because here we can observe only when we are using one equivalent of hydrogen in the presence of platinum, we can get this, only double bond will get reduced, and here this double bond will be unaffected. So what should be the X here? This should be formed with a ketonic group. So in this, let us check out of the answers the X, Y, Z respectively. In this case, X could be this. So by this itself we can conclude of that answer would be C respectively, because X is only this is possible. But let us see the other answers also. For Y and Z, what will be the products formed also? Let us check that. Now, in the case of Y, in the presence of lithium aluminium hydride, lithium aluminium hydride cannot reduce double bonded system. It can reduce only ketonic group. It can reduce only ketonic group. So which implies as it reduces only ketonic group, we will get the formation of this got reduced. When it gets reduced, it becomes an OH group. So what should be the Y here? Y should be with double bond here and OH group. Anyway, in the C option, we have double bond here and OH group. X should be with ketonic group. Remember, Y should be with alcoholic group and double bond should be present as it is. So this is considered to be the Y. Now, next one, let us see Z. Double bonded O, and here double bond is there. In the presence of, here one equivalent was not mentioned. Hydrogen by nickel was given. So in this case, this double bond will get reduced, as well as this double bond also gets ketonic or carbonyl group will be generally reduced to alcoholic group. So both the things, when it is reduced, what we will get here? This will be the product produced. Here we have an OH. So which implies from all these cases, X, Y, Z respectively are considered to be C option will give you the correct answer, because this is what we can conclude as Z. So therefore the correct option is C. Hi students, let us see this question. Here there is a ketone given and it is reacting with triphenylphosphorium halide and it gives rise to A. Here A is the question asked, and they have given A, B, C, D, and we have to check which is the correct option out of that. Now, have you all recognized what is this reaction? It is a Wittig reaction. Now let us see first of all what is meant by Wittig reaction. What is Wittig reaction actually? Aldehydes or ketones, when it reacts with triphenylphosphonium ylide, it forms alkene and triphenylphosphine oxide or the products. So what is Wittig reaction? Aldehydes or ketones, that is carbonyl compounds, when it reacts with triphenylphosphonium ylides. Triphenylphosphonium ylides. It forms alkenes and triphenylphosphine oxide. So listen, carbonyl compounds, that is either aldehydes or ketones, when it reacts with, what is the reagent with which it is reacting? Triphenylphosphonium ylides. You have to remember the names of the reactants also. It forms alkenes as main product. What is the byproduct produced here? Sometimes even in the competitive exams they ask what is the byproduct produced also. It is triphenylphosphine oxide. Now let us see, this is called as Wittig reaction. Let us see mechanism of the reaction and then check what is the correct option for this question. Let us check the mechanism for Wittig reaction. So let us take any carbonyl compound, C double bond O. When we take any carbonyl compound which may be an aldehyde or a ketone, suppose, when it is treated with, what is that? It should be treated with triphenyl. pH is a phenyl group, C6H5, P double bond C. They can give any alkyl groups also to be present here. In such cases, compared to carbon, oxygen is more electronegative. So the electron pair shifts here, and compared to phosphorus, carbon is more electronegative. So the electron pair shifts this side because there is a triphenyl group present over here. So this carbon with a negative charge would be attracted towards this carbon with positive charge, and phosphorus will be attracted towards oxygen. Now understand carefully, as I said in organic chemistry, what is transferring things is very important and you need to check that carefully. So here you can observe here that carbon with two bonds is bonded to this carbon. Carbon with two bonds is bonded to this carbon, or else you can draw that this is bonded to this carbon with two bonds, whatever may be the groups present here. You can take R1 here, R2 here, R3 here, R4 here. That is maybe different alkyl groups also. R3 here, R4 here. This carbon, one bond is formed with carbon. The other bond is with phosphorus. Here one bond is with this carbon and the other bond is with oxygen as usual. Now this phosphorus is attracted towards pH taken thrice. Carbon bonded to P, pH taken thrice, and the other side it is bonded to this carbon. Similarly, one bond is with oxygen and oxygen is now bonded to the phosphorus. Now this is the cyclic state produced from this, as this is quite unstable. This form is quite unstable. Remember that in Wittig reaction, what is the cyclic form of the compound form may also be one of the questions in the competitive exams. Now this electron pair shifts here, this electron pair shifts here. So what we will get in this case now, this is TC double bond C with R1 here, R2 here, R3 here, R4 here, whatever may be the alkyl groups present, that will be present as it is. Plus, what is the byproduct produced? As I said before, pH taken thrice, P double bond. This is called triphenyl phosphinoxide, and this is an alkene. Alkene plus triphenyl phosphinoxide is produced. I hope so. You should have understood by now what is Wittig reaction and its mechanism. We get the product when we know Wittig reaction only. Now here you can observe that. Once again we will check this case. Here there is a carbonyl compound, maybe an aldehyde or maybe a ketone, and it is treated with triphenyl phosphonium ylide. Phosphonium itself means that here phosphorus tends to get a positive charge. So here in this case, this gets a negativity and so bonded to a positive, partial positively charged carbon. This gets a positivity and bonds to the oxygen. So they will ask even in the questions, what is the cyclic state that is existing in Wittig reaction, or cyclic intermediate that could be formed in Wittig reaction. Then in this case, this electron pair shifts towards this electron pair shifts towards it. So this becomes an alkene, that becomes triphenyl phosphinoxide. So basing on that, we will see this, for this, what is the product produced. Now, there is a ketone given to us, double bonded O, plus pH taken thrice, P double bond CH2. Similar to the previous problem, this electron pair shifts here, this electron pair shifts here, this is getting bonded to this carbon, this is getting bonded to the phosphorus, this is getting bonded to the phosphorus. So basing on that, what we need to get here, the cyclic state that we get here is, you can observe here that it is bonded to a carbon with 2 hydrogens, and this is bonded as well with oxygen. This is bonded with phosphorus with pH taken thrice, and this is bonded. Now from this electron pair shifts here, this electron pair shifts here. What is the products produced? This is with double bonded CH2, plus as usual, what is the byproduct produced? pH taken thrice, P double bond O. So what is the product from this? You can observe that D will be the product. D will be the product according to the mechanism of Wittig reaction. Now what is correct option for this is therefore D. Remember that while learning organic chemistry, if you are conceptually perfect, so the answers will be very clear. Hi students, let us see this question. Here you can observe that carbonyl compound is given in the presence of NaOH, and what is the product produced we need to find it out. Now, if there is any alpha hydrogen, what is meant by alpha hydrogen? Any carbon bonded to the functional system, whatever may be the functional system, like an aldehyde or ketone, anything. If there is a carbon bonded to functional system, we call that as alpha carbon. Hydrogens bonded to the alpha carbon is called as alpha hydrogens, right? So if there is an alpha hydrogen then carbonyl compound in the presence of NaOH, it undergoes aldol condensation, as you all know. But now here CHO group is bonded to a carbon which does not have single alpha hydrogen also. As it does not have a single alpha hydrogen also, which implies it cannot undergo aldol condensation. By now you should have understood any carbonyl compound in the absence of alpha hydrogens in the presence of a base like NaOH or KOH, it undergoes Cannizzaro reaction. Let us see what is Cannizzaro reaction, its mechanism, and in this case directly we can understand what will be the product produced. So Cannizzaro reaction, in a sense, carbonyl compound without alpha hydrogen in the presence of NaOH, it undergoes Cannizzaro reaction. For example, let us take formaldehyde which does not have an alpha hydrogen. As it does not have alpha hydrogen in the presence of NaOH, that is like OH minus, it attacks the partial positive charge of the carbon and forms an intermediate of oxide ion like this, which is quite unstable. This intermediate, as it is quite unstable, it reacts with another mole of formaldehyde like this. This is step 1. This is step 2. Let us see in the step 2 what happens here. Another mole of formaldehyde when it is present. As this is quite unstable because there are two highly electronegative groups on it. So here what happens is, this hydride ion is attracted towards, hydride ion in the sense along with the electron pair is attracted towards the carbon present here. Now this electron pair shifts here and hydrogen will be attracted towards the oxygen here. And what will be the product produced here? H bond, C bond, OH. Hydride ion is attracted towards carbon, bond H. That is, it forms CH3OH plus C double bond O minus, bond H. That is formate ion and alcohol is produced. This is Cannizzaro reaction. So in the Cannizzaro reaction, you can observe that it undergoes nucleophilic addition reactions of carbonyl compounds as usual. OH minus will be attracted towards the partial positively charged carbon of C double bond O and produces an oxide ion. This oxide ion, you can observe that here it undergoes hydride transfer and H plus transfer. This is transferred as H plus. This is transferred as hydride ion. When it is transferred, it leads to the formation of an alcohol, and here it forms formate ion. If there is NaOH, it forms O minus Na plus. If there is KOH, it forms O minus K plus. This is reaction mechanism of Cannizzaro reaction. Here rate determining step is transferring of hydride ion. Remember that term in Cannizzaro reaction, rate determining step is transferring of hydride ion. So it is like almost like a disproportionation reaction. Same formaldehyde, when it is getting oxidized, it forms formate ion. When it is getting reduced, it forms methanol. So in Cannizzaro reaction, which is a disproportionation reaction, same carbonyl compound without alpha hydrogen will get reduced as well as oxidized. Therefore, we can say Cannizzaro reaction is a disproportionation reaction. By now, you can check that. What is the question given here? There is a two keto groups in the same molecule they have mentioned. So here there is H here and there is C double bond O and H here. So here both the carbons does not have alpha hydrogen. At least if one of this is having an alpha hydrogen also, it should have undergone aldol condensation instead of Cannizzaro reaction. Cannizzaro reaction, aldol condensation, Perkins reaction, benzoin condensation, no Evangels reaction, Reformitsky. All these are important reactions in carbonyl compounds. Maximum naming reactions will be there in the carbonyl compound, and you have to learn all those reactions which is useful for your competitive exams. Now, this in the presence of NaOH, as we have seen already the mechanism, here we want the product. One should get oxidized and one should get reduced. That is the condition required here. So we get one to be anyone because both are same groups, right? So one to be oxidized and the other to be reduced. That is we get a OH here. So we can observe what is the product here. Either you can draw like this or you can also draw like this. Anyway, either like this or like that, whatever is. But what is the product formed here is B. Therefore, the correct option is B. Is this clear? So remember, what is rate determining step in a Cannizzaro reaction? Hydride ion transferring. That is one important point. Second thing is, in Cannizzaro reaction, when the Cannizzaro reaction will happen? When there is a carbonyl compound without alpha hydrogen. In both the given carbonyl compounds, anything should not have a alpha hydrogen atom. Then only it can undergo Cannizzaro reaction mechanism. If it is between two different carbonyl compounds, it is called crossed Cannizzaro reaction. Remember that, and you have to, it is a very important reaction for your competitive exams.